Ciao Giuventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel. It's Tuesday, Juventus is not playing today, but it's Champions League time. And it's not because Juventus is not playing that we have nothing to say. So let's stay on the channel after putting a maximum of like and subscribing to see what they are saying about our beloved Juventus. If you ask yourself how do I feel today, I feel like yes, I feel like a small kid that is really happy because we remember that beautiful moment where Cristiano Ronaldo scored the penalty. Chiesa went to him, he gave him an amazing hug, but even before that, when Cristiano was about to take the penalty, Chiesa took the ball without any hesitation. He looked up at him, he gave him that ball. Beautiful moment, that's how I feel. I want to hug Juventus so hard because I'm happy. I'm happy. If you want to know, we already spoke, and we did it for the first time. We did a post-game tactical video together with Mo to analyze what we did really well versus Spezia, but also what we did really bad. It's the first time of that format because normally we do the pre-games, and we already recorded the one versus Ferencváros that will come up this evening at 6 p.m. my time. But for the first time, post-game analytics, quite interesting. You might learn a lot of things in that video, so I recommend you to go and to check it. But now we go into the front pages with Corriere dello Sport that is saying absolutely 0.00 about Juventus. They are saying Inter, it is a final because they are playing versus Real Madrid. I was quite curious about that title, about it is a final, so I went to Gazzetta dello Sport. They are saying Real Inter, it is a final. They are saying it again. So I was thinking maybe the final of Champions League. I don't know why they are always saying that. But actually the final is because one or the other could go out. My wish, guys, is that both can go out with Inter in a third position so that they continue to play in the Europa League. But what are they saying about Juventus? Because this is interesting us. Morata is actually surpassing Dybala. Morata is a starter in this moment of the season. Dybala is not a starter anymore. That's what they are saying. And then we go inside Gazzetta dello Sport with a lot of interesting actually statistic. Indeed, again, Morata is surpassing everyone. For Juventus and Cristiano, they can really play together. Dybala is at the moment a bit behind them. And then the statistic, because they were doing a crazy comparison, there was actually comparing the new Dybala versus the Dybala that played 2 seasons with us in the past. How can you compare a few games with a whole season? But you clearly see a transformation of Dybala because Dybala is doing quite well. So we see that the appearances from the first season, 14-15, he did 29 with 34 the year after. Now he's already at 4 in Serie A. The assist 5, 7 and 2 this year, already 2. That's really great. Morata is not only a goal scorer, he's also giving a lot of assists, and that's really nice. Media falli subiti, how many fouls he received. At the moment he's at the average of 2 fouls per game that he received, and he created himself 1.8 versus the past where he did 0.7 and 0.8. How many balls is he recuperating? 1.8. That's the same as his maximum at Juve in the season 15-16. But what's really important is how many balls he's playing. 41.5 average balls played by Morata, where in the past it was more about 24 or 26. So you clearly see an evolution of Morata. Now, we cannot really judge one season. That's really asking too much. It's too soon for that, but you see that Morata, that was not really my favorite player to come back at Juve, is proving myself wrong. I'm really happy about that. Then a small news about Bernardeschi. Again, it's the second time this week that I hear that Bernardeschi could leave in January because they are saying it's really a problem, and especially a mental problem. Who can come in? Maybe, not maybe in January, but next year is Alaba, because Juventus has a clear interest for them, but at the moment Alaba prefers Barcelona or Real Madrid. Speaking about the game, because we have a game to play versus Ferencváros, Chiellini might be back, and Pirlo will try until the very last minute to play with Bonucci Bonucci and Chiellini. Why? Because don't forget Demiral, he had a red card, he will not be available. And now another question mark for Pirlo is McKennie. McKennie played a different role versus Spezia. He played really offensively, so will McKennie keep that position or will Ramsey take again that role? Speaking about with Mo, I said Ramsey will play 100%. Mo said that McKennie would play a bit behind with Kulusevski behind the strikers. A lot of possibility, and that's good. When we have possibilities, that's really good. But I give you again a meeting this evening to see Ferencváros Juve pre-game tactics together with Mo, and then De Ligt and Alexandro, they will be back after the international breaks. And I wanted just to speak about Mundo Deportivo because today there is also Barcelona versus Dynamo Kiev. Dynamo Kiev, they traveled with only 13 players. 13 is the minimum required to play a game. They will do other tests today. If today there is, I hope not, someone that is again positive in the team of Dynamo Kiev, the game will be cancelled. Will they lose or not? I don't know, but they will not be able to play. We finish with Tuttosport, the last article of today, because is there a lot to talk about Juventus today? Not really. So what do? They go to the favorite restaurant in Torino of Cristiano Ronaldo, and they are saying actually that the chef was speaking about him to explain a bit the story. So it's a short but nice story that Aranturin Maurizio translated for us. So he's saying it, Casa Fiore is one of the favorite restaurants in Torino of Cristiano Ronaldo. The owner, Mr. Fiore, he released an interview today. He explained actually that one day, suddenly, Cristiano Ronaldo, he called them, he said, I want to go and reserve a table for 3 at 9:30. The problem was that the chef said absolutely yes, he wanted Cristiano is in restaurant, but he had no space. So he tried actually to have an emergency table for Cristiano Ronaldo and hoping that someone would be a bit quicker leaving so that at 9:30 everything was ready. The problem was that Cristiano Ronaldo, he came already a lot earlier. He came 40 minutes earlier. And the chef, he had to say to Cristiano Ronaldo, I am really sorry because I have no space for you at the moment, so you have to wait. The chef was actually really positively surprised by Cristiano Ronaldo because he said he's a really human and humble man, because a lot of other stars, when they have to wait after 5 minutes, they leave. Cristiano Ronaldo, he waited without any complaints or nothing. He waited for his spot on the table, super kind, and then he took one of his favorite plates, actually the risotto with Barolo, a typical meal actually in Torino. He loves it, and every time he goes there he eats that. And every time before COVID, unfortunately, he went there once a week. The chef was also invited in the house of Cristiano Ronaldo to cook actually for his friends, so they have a nice relationship. And we finish with actually a few days before the hat-trick of Cristiano Ronaldo versus Atletico Madrid, he called the chef and he said, can you tell me how you spell your name? After the game, he came with actually 2 shirts signed by himself, one of the first half, one of the second half. And this is for people that doesn't know, Cristiano Ronaldo, he changed his shirt from the first to the second half. He's played with 2 shirts. And this is it for me today. I think it was a nice story, nice to know that Cristiano Ronaldo is also well loved by people in Turin. He's a nice man and he loves risotto. This is it for me, guys. I hope you liked it. Please consider to subscribe to the channel if you didn't yet. Don't forget to put a like, and as always, Forza Juve.